Welcome back, guys. This is a video log for Cleflin Nights gaming sessions that usually take place on Tuesday nights, and we go over what we happened during this week. I know I was supposed to be underway from what I told you last week, but I didn't have to. Hurricanes came up. The ship I was going to go onto is doing humanitarian assistance, disaster relief, and so we were able to game. The gaming that... So anyways, I'm making a video tonight instead of a couple days ago I would have made it. So a little bit more gaming might have happened. Yes, it did, honestly. So, yes, two worlds really only got played. No Cleflin this time. First off, on Earth... Oh yeah, this is also gaming that took place on September 5th, 2017, our 35th episode, and where we last left our heroes on Earth-210.24. It's around 11 July 2017, and in Shimmer, Ray has young Ray has Nina Beatrice up there, and he's talking to her on the asteroid, telling her about the breeding compound that she came from, the colony or whatever, top secret. And he doesn't actually tell her, the asteroid does. But then it helps her to make some decisions, and they decide that they're going to go save all those kids and families that were left there behind, and to make that easier on her when she puts her mom to rest. So, and she was willing to wait a little bit, but he's thinking that let's get this done. And so he comes back from Shimmer and to the real world after getting back on the ship on Serenity, and the team goes to Chicago area, there just north of Chicago, the little base that they have up there. And he tells the team, okay, hey, we're named Intercept, and we'll be going by code names, and here's some examples from his memories that Serenity put into the ship of what their uniforms were like. Beast, Hank McCoy takes, my code name is Beast. Well, he can't do the blue stuff, but he went with the more original X-Men golden black colored team color, but black and blue and black, blue and red. He goes, yeah, blue and red. That's what he went with, that color costume, which isn't the first original, but when the team weren't students anymore. And then Carol Danvers, she goes with Captain uniform, Captain Marvel. She goes by Captain Marvel, and then more the Captain Marvel uniform, even though she has the long hair, not that pompadour thing. And then Domino goes with all black. Just a... And he makes a plan, get down there, evacuate the family. She tells him the best places, best times. When they land down there, cloaked lightning ship, and they go through the airlock. They immediately go into the main hall, which she tells them that's it's early morning, so they're all having breakfast and clean up, and the majority of the families are there, and there's 12 families in all. Yeah, I think it was 12 that I designed, and mother and child, mother be female and male. Well, she gets in there, and she's already taken out the first two, because she's kind of trained since youth to be a super soldier sort of thing, and she's got the blood of Sam Wilson in her. She's pretty tough cookie. Plus she's a mutant. So anyway, she takes out the two guards that were in the main hall at that time, and not that because they don't need to be guarded anytime. They're not been like that. Even though her and her mom escaped, it's not like they've been attacked a lot that they needed to guard or shove guns down everybody's throats. It wasn't like that. So they're not really prepared for this. Well, she runs across Ian. Ian is one of her other fellow compound raised kids, and he's like, hey, they told us that you betrayed us, and basically all this bad stuff, as people would do about somebody who left, talk bad about them. And she has to argue back, like, hey, this isn't true. Ray and these guys, Intercept, are here to help us and to get us all out of here. And there were others that quickly left, like, I don't care what Ian thinks, we're gone. And they've been wanting to leave most of their lives because they know that they're being trained to be weapons, even though some of them have had their brains washed with information, maybe Ian too. But she talks him into, and between her and Ray, kind of talk him down, like, hey, don't fight back, let's do this. So, and he's grabbing his mom, and that's where we left off in that world. Bam. Oh, no, that's not where we left off. Because meanwhile, while that's going on, up in space, on the asteroids floating somewhere over the East Coast, on board are the let's see, it's Ray. Ray is up there, young Ray. Oh yeah, because this is older Ray. I'm sorry, that was older Ray with Serenity. Okay, so young Ray. Young Ray is with Kitty, and they're going to Fantasia Vice during stuff. Well, they come out and they realize the place is being under attack by Skrulls. Skrulls that were previously had captured Corey. So we got Joel and Koriand'r, Kitty and Ray, and up in the bridge, up in Ops is, can't use my hands when they're that far away. Up in the bridge in Ops is is Jody with Ilyana, his recruit. And so they realize that these Skrulls have attacked through the hangar area, and they go to take them on. It's going to be hard. One, they haven't even really fought with their powers except young Ray and Jody. So Kitty phases into the hangar bay at the same time. Joel is using his raindrop power, which makes a big ball of water around him, and is using that to go through the plane, popping in from one side to the other. And when he creates that water out, everybody's in it. But the thing is about Skrulls, they can shapeshift to fishy-like creatures and breathe in water. So they're like, whoa, we didn't know this was going to happen, but we can deal with this. We can change. And these guys are soldiers. They're away team types. Not your typical red shirts, but I think they wear purple. But very militant, so it's not easy there's a lot of fighting Joel has to do, and I would go into detail because they learn a lot about themselves. But what they do learn about Corey is that when she gets into the hangar bay, that she doesn't mind blasting Skrulls' heads off. They captured the guys, the Scions that were experimenting on her, and she's just like blast. Anybody that Joel knocks out, she just blasts. Well, Kitty and Ray sneak aboard the Skrull ship that's there in the hangar bay and trying to do damage. But meanwhile, at the same time, Joel's bringing around Dr. Freeze gun Ray. Not Dr. Freeze. Jack Frost. The Flash's villain. Anyways, Snide. Yeah. Snide. Anyways, I told you a couple episodes ago, but Joel brought that up. He's like, we can beam anything up here, beam that up. So now he uses that gun and freezes their gun that they were about to turn onto the group and start shooting him. He freezes that. Well, it causes circuitry to blow up, and when Kitty and Ray are up there, the circuitry blows up, and Ray and Kitty gets a little bit of hurt, but mostly Ray damage burns onto him. She gets him out of there, and by that time, one of the Skrulls gets a hold of Joel, and like with tentacles and stuff, Joel can't get him off, even though he bursts into water and back and forth. He has to actually go into the plane where the guy lets go, and then when he comes back out, he tries solidifying a bunch. Anyways, it takes stun pistols, shrine stun pistols, to knock him out, and then when they get him done, Kori starts killing him. Warrior that she is, but warrior princess, like my sister, and so they finish up like that. Ray goes into nowhere. Shimmer, the other guy, goes to nowhere. Oh, and he goes to nowhere. This is gonna be hard. He goes to nowhere, and then or Shimmer, and heals up, comes back, and that's where we leave them off. So, a lot of stuff happened. I mean, it was fun. Battles. Okay, so where we last left our heroes on Earth-210.24 May 30th, 1994, Sunday. Well, we haven't got to these other two teams, so that's the first teams that I play. First, up in Gotham, which is, I believe, in upper New York State, somewhere north of, between Syracuse and New York City, Gotham. And Gotham is where the Outsiders have taken up. There's in a penthouse that they purchased, and Chris is getting his wishes asked of him by The Voice, and that's a TV show. And so he's like, okay, what do I wish for? 3 things. He wishes for, 1, more team training. Basically his team get trained, upgraded, and so of where they should be. And Timothy Drake recently got Jedi powers, so he's actually now a trained Jedi powers. He was given that by I think it was Joel, when Joel had his birthday and ultimate power. Whew, a lot of stuff to keep track of with that, these ultimate power things. And this is the last part of it, these wishes. So that's why we're back to play this world, to see how these wishes change everything. He also wants Mancha Machina started, and this retcon of reality says that Mancha Machina was started already and it became this huge corporation of technology corporation. And in robotics and prosthetics and all sorts of stuff help the common man. And during also, his third wish was to have the time gem, that the team, to get this team training, took time to get the time gem. And Chris, being that he has time powers, wants to have the time gem in his possession. And other than, who was supposed to have had it? The Collector? No, I don't think it was him. But the Gardener, yeah. So gets that from the Gardener. So done. The Outsiders have those changes. And when they wake up in the morning in Gotham, Chris wakes up next to Carolina Dean, and they begin on their day, and she showers, and she's all rainbow colors, and he goes out and talks to Julian and a few of the other teammates, Victor, and finding out that there is the USS Ranger is a flying carrier over Gotham and is recruiting superpower types to be in their multinational force to protect Earth. They're not SHIELD. Maybe SHIELD would be called. SWORD. I don't know. We haven't figured it out yet. But that's what's going on. And it's early morning there. So meanwhile, then Chris down there winds up taking a shower with Carolina, and have a good time with her. And then we go to Pantheon. Pantheon who is waking up, and they are down in Belladonico, like I said before, between Puerto Rico and Santo Domingo. And they would have just gotten hit by a hurricane. So, hey, they're back in 93. It's going to be a long time till that same hurricane comes. But Chris there is waking up on board his Lightning ship, Greg. And, not with a woman, for as different as all the other. He wishes for 3 things, to have happened. He wishes to have the same powers in conjunction with his time powers that like his dad, the swordsman. So there's swordsmen already on his team. So there's 2 swordsman powered group guys on the team. 2, he wishes that his second wish would go to Tempest. Tempest, while he's sleeping, and he's waking up next to Rogue, the woman he's going to marry today, wishes that he was the brother of Thor, because it makes him much closer to the god of fish, now with the god of storms. I'm just joking with the god of fish part, but anyways, both. So now he's the brother of Thor, and then because Chris, back to Chris, he also wishes that his third wish go to Frank. And Frank wishes before he wakes up, and he's waking up by himself in the no, he's actually waking up with, he's sleeping with what's her first name, last name Moon, Cindy Moon. Cindy Moon is little Asian girl with spider powers. Anyways, he's not sleep. They're on a couch together, so they're not like messing around. But she's snuggling with him anyways, and he wishes that he has a weapon master. I mean, he's got the powers to amp his FASE up, but now he actually masters of weapons. Like something happened that he was able to learn things over time. So he had his own little adventures or whatever to become better at that. So that team gets up and begins their day. Tempest realizes he's got to get a ring for when he gets married later today, and asks his good friend Holly Day, Supergirl, to go to Asgard, spinning his harpoon around, and it goes to Bifrost Bridge. His eyes glow blue, and he's healed from all damage because he's a TAL. And we haven't got to the Heimdall meeting yet. So that happens, and Frank, cleans up. Cindy cleans up. Alex wakes up there in the bunk room on board Greg, and seeing that he's got some of the other girls, Miss Martian there, as well as, of course, Holly, and he cleans up, and they begin to start their day. Okay, to some of the other teams. Of course, Herc wakes up with from Infinity. Herc wakes up with a couple ladies by his side, and begins his day. He meets with Frank at the resort area. Bungalows. No. The area where they're eating area. I can't remember what I called it last time. But meets up with Frank there. Omega Dawn. Mindswipe. Joel. Marcus Lord. Winds up getting up from Gene and is pulling the team back to New York City. Let's see what else. I was bouncing around from team to team. Intercept, Ray and his team, they gather all back aboard Brent, and then they fly out to his base, and get ready for that day. The Outsiders, after they've cleaned back up. Oh yeah, Intercept. Omega Dawn is in New York. Intercept is down in Miami, going out to their base, probably in southern Florida there, and Outsiders, they go from New York to L.A. and they meet there. Alex's team, who are left Tokyo, clear over here, and around the world to L.A. So it's a real global situation here. So yeah, I'm all over the place because I'm trying to remember everything that had happened. Bouncing around from each of these teams is a little rough, so I'm going to try to condense their formats. Things that right now Outsiders and Alex team are planning an adventure in LA, so I might try to streamline that together with some of the other players playing some of the background characters. I could still play Bella DeNico because a lot of people, almost every character but Ray has somebody to play on that one. And I gotta wake up Earth Force. I haven't gotten that far yet, which is a Ray on there. I need to go back to Connor's team. Connor in Africa there in Wakanda needs to be woke up, which somewhere on the east coast of Africa. Wakanda here. So, got a lot of that going on. And that's pretty quick. Hope you enjoyed this video. The content. Personal life. What's going on? Well, I saw a whole bunch of movies this week because I was supposed to be somewhere. And since I wasn't, I got to actually go out and see some movies. So, saw Dunkirk, which was really good. Probably wouldn't buy it, but it was good. Would I see it again? Yeah, I'd probably see it with my son Jason because he likes war movies. But other than that, probably wouldn't push to go see it. It was good though, really good. Good war movie. Then I saw the new Spider-Man movie, Homecoming, and ups and downs for me because I like continuity and the old continuity. But there was good things. I love seeing Spider-Man being, and I think he really portrayed Peter Parker very well. But there was just so many millennial incidents in it that are so stereotypical, or they wrote it in thinking that they know that people are act like this, but they may not. And I don't know if people in Queens would even act like some of the people acted, but they're trying to portray, hey, we're all happy, good people. And Flash was totally not what I've expected. But hey, their job isn't to surprise us. It's supposed to be making a good movie. Michael Keaton was awesome. So, great job. And I was surprised that Arthur Toombs was Liz's dad. I thought she was going to be Liz Allen. But maybe she is Liz Allen. And she'll take that name because Toombs is in jail and I don't want to be associated with my father, blah, blah, blah. And maybe she'll come back as the Vulture too, while her dad's in jail. No. Because Spider-Man ruined my father's life. No, she didn't seem to be that kind of person. So, but he was very weak. Webs were weak. He had no spider sense. So maybe they'll develop that, have development. They wrote in development, we got to make him more developed next episode. So how about we just take more away from him? That way we have more to develop for next time. Okay, whatever. And I don't think Tony needed to be a dick. Why are they showing that people that are my ages are all dicks and everybody that's young is cool and great, except Flash? But he seemed like he was just joking and people just don't understand his jokes. I don't know. Peter didn't. But Ned Leeds is supposed to be the Hobgoblin someday. I don't know about that. Maybe they'll redesign that like they did with Mandarin. Anyway, so then going from that, I also saw Knights of what do you call it? Knights of Badassdom, Bad Buttdom. But anyways, that was really funny. Maybe it's still a writer's portrayal of how D&D people are and LARPers, but yeah, there are some geeks, of course, and then they try to say that good things happened at the end of it, but I don't see how. When there was this massive slaughter, I would imagine all the people there got arrested and the police had to pin it on somebody. But how would you going to prove that it was a demon that was disintegrating? I don't know. Can't take it seriously, right? But it was fun to see some of the ideas that they had. Mostly the guy that plays Tyrion was just Dinkle, was really good. Actually, a lot of the actors were really good. So, and then I saw what was it? Super, and I really liked it. I don't know why it bombed so bad at the theater. Probably because it's going up against Kick-Ass, but I just thought it was another good movie on a look of a normal dude trying to become a superhero, and how the violence that they portray, if it's real, wow, it sucks. And it's really, I don't know how he made it through some of the punches and stuff. His face would have been swollen, but they downplay it a little bit. And some of the sexual stuff was, probably the way things would have happened with these characters and who they were. I don't care much usually for Ellen Page, but she did a great job. Her character is Bolty. But anyways, I like superhero and I like medieval stuff. So anyways, like those movies, and I had a good time watching all of them. So Fear the Walking Dead starts tonight in about 40 minutes. So we're going to wrap this up and post this video. If you like your content, hit like down below. And even if you like it, hey, subscribe. Please, leave some comments, questions of what you might want me to answer or anything. And maybe this week, if I don't go out to sea, then maybe I'll try to get working on making my videos better. But right now, if anybody knows anything, when I do bring in these WMVs that I'm making through my Arc Soft webcam companion, when I put it into the YouTube video editor or whatever, it doesn't separate audio and video into two different things. So I can take the audio out and add something else to the video. So I think I'm going to have to get another program, and I was trying to do it for free. And then what if it doesn't? Then I don't know if I have a good recording program. Is there a recording program that can edit too? Tragedy. Anyways, hope everybody has a great week. Be safe out there.